Welcome back to Light Talk, where the paranormal and the supernatural is a part of our everyday lives. We have a very special guest for you tonight. I'm excited that she's here and back. And welcome to the show. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Karina La Puma, and I am author of a series of books called A Toolkit for Awakening. And in July, I will be publishing Awaken Magnetic Creation. And I also have Awaken Female Power, which was originally published in 1990. And then I recreated it. And then I have also Awaken to Tarot, and I have my own tarot deck, which is this is a complete inner guidance system. I'm also an empowerment coach. I've been an astrologer for 35 years or more. I'm also, a master at tarot, I think, because this book took 30 years to write. I'm an ordained priestess. I also have been studying healing. Been a Reiki master since 1993, but I've recently became a quantum healer in the last 5 years and a shamanic energy practitioner. So I'm sort of an oracle and a healer and an author. And I have a series of books written. These are the covers. They're called
Quite a few.
This is my toolkit. I have these books written, and soon we'll be putting out Awaken a New Myth. But first, the Awaken Magnetic Creation. And I'm really thank you for having me. And I'm really it's my pleasure to share wisdom with your audience. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm happy you're here, so thank you. Yeah, you've got a lot on your plate, so I'm happy that you were able to get a couple minutes with me and to let everyone know what you do and how exciting this is to have such beautiful experiences with all of this.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what got you started with all of this?
Well, it was like, I all my books are based on the goddess warrior on the hero's journey. And what starts as a call. You feel something, there's got to be more than this. So I was in my 20s and I thought what's it all about? What makes us act the way we were? And I picked up this book called Moon Signs. I'd already, been into astrology, but I took this little book and I went and asked everybody their moon and would look it up and read it. And then I was a flight attendant at the time, and I was studying numerology, and I used my cruise to learn, because you went on a trip for 3 weeks, 2 weeks with the same people, and you became very close. And you may not see them for a while, but you have a lot of influx of peers. And that's how I studied. And then I became an astrologer. No, I didn't become an astrologer. I started studying astrology and then studying tarot. And at the time, I needed both to help. It seemed like, one fed the other. And at that time, you made the charts by hand. I remember I was after 5 years of studying, I was doing a chart for someone in my crew, and I didn't know she was born, in the South with a different time zone from the United States, and I wasn't sure I did it right. And she said, "Now I want to know that the first thing is to have this, this is between us." And it was a Scorpio rising. And I thought to myself, and they're secretive. And I felt like that affirmed to me, that was the universe telling me that I did it right. And so, you know, using one and the other was very, very powerful. And what I really wanted, I thought I wanted it was to be an intuitive, a psychic, so that I can help other people. But that is not my goal at all. I left that a long time ago. And my deepest desire was, like I became a scribe. I used writing. At first, I had one book and then went another book and then another. And that's why I have so many books. I have 11 books written, 8 are finished. And, and I was patient because I was saying you can't speed up a hero's journey. And so eventually they developed into different books. And I've had to break through the fear of coming out in a lot of ways. The books, there's a thing called persecution wound, or the witch wound, or the healer wound that many of us carry. And I had that deeply. And it was an unconscious feeling. I'm afraid to come out. And now I'm owning that I'm an elder and that I have wisdom, and I'm ready to bring them all out. But it takes a lot of ducks to get the ducks in order, I'll tell you.
Especially when you have that in the past, you have this holding you down. I mean, you have to work past that, and then you got to start learning about it and then documenting it all to write a book and to just get past it.
Finding the right helpers is really powerful.
Yes.
So I'm getting my dream team together.
Good for you. Yay!
Yeah.
That's
awesome. And I'm
awesome.
really excited about magnetic creation and I'm really doing the book. You know how you write something and you look at it and then all of a sudden you say, I'm not doing it. I'm not really practicing that. And I'm definitely practicing magnetic creation right now, which is a different way of manifesting.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That's good to hear, because you really don't know that when you hear about an author and what they're writing and everything. You really don't know. You have to trust. So it's good to hear that. That's awesome. Thank you.
Because magnetic creation is a different way of creating. It's learning to be magnetic, which is letting go of resistance. And as it's a symbol of the goddess, learning to be a goddess. And I say, if you believe that the divine light shines within, then you are a goddess. And if you want to be a better person, then you're a warrior. And a goddess loves and allows and accepts what is. And that is a huge lesson to learn in life. We're always resisting and pushing and struggling. And one of my biggest sins was that I love to talk and I would report. And that in a way is a complaining if you don't like it. You need to talk and express what's happening. But when it goes on and on and on, that's becoming a drama, and creating a drama. And it's one of the most important things to think about is focus on what you want to become, not what you want to overcome. So if you could live that life on being proactive, and the second, these are the first 2 initiations of the hero's journey. And the second one is that love and allow and accept what is. And that's how you become magnetic, with these 2 principles. Because when you're resisting, you're creating a struggle, and it's counterproductive. Even the word want has 2 meanings. It means I desire, and it means I don't have, which is lack. and you do not create with lack. So the principle of magnetic creation is that you can have what you want. You just have to become it first. So you don't attract through desire, you attract through being the person who has that. So I always say, like, the steps to getting there, being there. So it's a process of really getting into, Neville Goddard would say, living from the end. So to visualize what you want and to become that, embody that desire, is a process you do. And that's why I'm saying daily to do that. Just spend time, stopping your day, spending time embodying the person you want to be and the desires you want to have. And magnetic. So it's becoming receptive and with focused intention. So there's many laws of the manifestation. And one of the great laws is that we need to create first for the good of the whole. Because when we create for the good of the whole, that our desires are not just personal, but for the good of others, then we have the universe at our back. And there's a and so always start with that, seeing the earth. We do this exercise like this. You put your hands like this and you see the earth between it, and you visualize healing energy, and then you can visualize the hot spots in the world: Washington, D.C., Israel, Russia, Ukraine, Iran, those areas. You focus on them and you just bring energy to them. Right before my hands right now, I can feel the chi field. Try it. You know this, Dana? Put your hands like this, and now you feel an energy field. And when you do this and you feel that energy field, that is an empowered space. So you can envision your desires in there. And it's really, really important to be in a space of sufficiency, because you do not create, you do not get what you want, you get what you are. So when you're in lack, I have a friend who does everything right. I mean, she wants a partner. She has all the feng shui. She's talked to him. She's connected with him. But she goes into spaces of longing that he's not here, and disappointment. And it tends to push it away. You're counter creating. You're telling the universe. So it's really, really important to feel that sense of satisfaction inside. But the first thing and the most powerful thing is to realize that you have creative power. That's the most, you are a magnet, a living magnet with a magic wand. In this book, I have 2 chapters with complete quotes going from the Bible to the Dead Sea Scrolls to all the way up from Marcus to all the way up to the New Age, New Thought movement. They're telling us the same thing, that we can influence matter, that we have the ability, and we're creating all the time, and we're doing it consciously or unconsciously. So magnetic creation is telling you how to do it consciously. So we weren't taught that as children. We create our own reality was the first thing that I learned in metaphysical New Age thought, was you create your own reality. So it's getting in. So you create what you are. So it's getting into the feeling of that. So every day I sit up tall and I visualize that I am a goddess warrior. And I'm my most enlightened stages have been about 12 times in my life. I've been in a state of pure love. It's truly my high true self, but I don't always live there. They come, it's like a gift that comes and then it goes. And I can feel when it goes as I feel the energy in my third chakra, like a judgment comes in, doubt comes in. But when you're in this
Oh,
love space, there's an amazing flow. So I sit there every day and feel that I am love and that I'm in well, this is a place of trusting. You feel like everything has a purpose. There's a flow, you're in that flow. And I had an example once. I was in this space and I went hiking and I closed the door and my keys were left in the car way up in the
oh
mountain
no.
in my
Oh no.
town. I said, I had two friends with me. I said, I'll be back. Everything will work out. I know it. I'm in the flow. It was so easy. I got out of the car and someone was driving by. You know, you're in the mountains. So the person took me to my house. I got another key. I called my friend. I said, would you pick me up and take me to my car? He said, absolutely. He went on the hike with us. That's the attitude, not a misspeak when you're in that space.
It just happens.
And
It
there
just
is
happens.
that is the true self. So I visualize that space and I feel that space, even though I'm not absolutely in it. I become that space. And then I visualize my desires and my visions of, and it's this the steps to getting there are being there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that rose in behind you is a symbol because creating from this being knowing that we are part of a oneness and that which is a benevolent force. One of the questions to ask is, do you believe it's a friendly universe? That's the first question to ask because there's a lot going on and it's a crazy world here.
I think overall,
But
most of it is. I think so.
Katie Byron and Einstein said it's a friendly universe. And if you believe that it's a friendly universe, then everything is, when you're on the spiritual path, everything happens for you, not to you. I broke a bone. I never broke a bone in all my life. I broke my ankle bone trying to get my cat inside, and I was like publishing, and there were many, many gifts in that, many. So every adversity, when you're on the spiritual path, every adversity has within it an equal or greater benefit. That's a quote by Napoleon Hill. So if you see that the friendly and life is happening for you, then you're like reading the lessons. We're here. This is a schoolyard. We're learning our lessons, and that we are evolving into our true nature.
And I feel that. I feel every once in a while I'll get this feel of things are changing. Like I know I'm moving up to the next step. So I feel that energy and just things just are just going, you know. Um yeah, I feel so different from what I did even a year ago. I feel like a whole different person. A whole lot of learning I feel like has happened. Um, I look at everything in more positive now. Um, it's it's really wild. It's really cool to know where I've been, where I came from, and where I'm at now. It is really a great journey. Seeing all the positive. I see everything that happens to me is now not, oh, poor me. It's like, where's my lesson? What am I supposed to be learning from this? Where am I at? You know, I think it's awesome. It's just so cool when you're looking at things such a different way. It is really cool. It really is.
One of the keys to manifest is to have that feeling of sufficiency. And that, if you believe, the feeling of, I was already talking about this, the feeling of you can't manifest for through lack.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you want a house, you have a house, you want a bigger area to live in. You can't complain about the house you're in and magnetically draw a new place. You have to feel gratitude and a feeling of sufficiency. Then that opens the space. I think that's one of the really strong principles. There's
Yeah.
12 laws of manifestation that I have written about, you know, but the law of attraction. That's basically, the laws, like attracts like. There's the law of imagination shows you that imagination is how we create, and it is our God-given talent, a gift. It makes us like a god, and the conscious mind tells the unconscious mind, directs the unconscious mind, and the unconscious works with this superconscious to create. So it's important what you tell yourself. I'm fat, I'm not doing well. We were talking at one of my friends just got married, and we were at this wedding. Beautiful. And one of my friends was saying, I was 20 pounds lighter, and I thought I was fat then. And women, we're not happy with ourselves, and we constantly tell ourselves, we speak worse to ourselves than we would about somebody else. And it's really important that you find love and peace and acceptance. Treat yourself like you would treat a friend. It's so important, because what we tell each other, ourselves.
Right. Right. And that's loving yourself, no matter what it is. You got to love everything. One thing I have practiced in the past is learning to love everything about yourself. So I would go through and do it like mantra of I love my bones, I love my veins, I love my heart, I love my soul, and I love me. So I just repeat
Beautiful.
that. So it was like loving everything within to help, and that's supposed to help heal any injuries or anything, because you're sending the love to your body, your all your bones, everything that's keeping you together. My veins, my my heart is keeping me pumping, you know. My soul, I mean, if I didn't have a soul, I wouldn't be in this suit, so it's you got to think everything about it to keep it kind of moving and all. So that's why I've done that, trying to just kind of giving myself
It's a
better.
miraculous, miraculous organism here,
Oh
the
yeah.
body, for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know how it works, but I'm thankful for it.
And
It's
what would you say what would you like to manifest more of in your life?
my life. I am on my path of manifesting a position outside of the corporate world, working more into the metaphysical. I'm working on towards checking out the paranormal investigations, doing cryptid research, and what was my other one? I'm working on a book actually. I'm trying to working on that, trying to get all my things together, get my thoughts down. So I'm working on the book. I'm working on doing house cleansings, something that kind of get me out, doing the metaphysical and out
More,
of the corporate.
more service for healing and cleansing and manifesting
Right.
in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to give you a process.
Okay.
Okay.
Go for it.
So put your hands like this. You have your hands, okay. As we were doing this chi field, create the chi field.
Okay.
And I want you to see, the world itself evolving. Start with the greater good. There's the power of love versus force. They say that only a certain amount of people need to be enlightened to bring the other ones along. So just see that more people are waking up and evolving. The government is fair and solid, and there's less divide, and it's more of a unification and following the Constitution, the balance of male, female. Let's talk about what we really want in the world, the goddess movement opening up. And now see yourself, and I'm going to see myself, and each of your listeners see yourself what you truly, truly desire. I'm living as love, you are living as love, and you are supporting yourself through your metaphysical services and research and development. I have the right and perfect partners and helpers, and I really, really feel that future self, that you're sitting tall, and the problems you think you have are not there now, and you're more conscious and awake, connected, and your body's vibrating with radiance. You're healthy, every vital, fit, strong, and your emotions are calm. Your mind is clear, and you're really tapped in and tuned in spiritually. Your higher sense of perception is opened. And now visualize quietly to yourself what you truly desire to be. And have. And feel that. How would you feel if you had that? What kind of financial support would you have? See your bank account. What kind of lifestyle? visually see the bank account. I'm seeing that, you know, book selling and people being effective in teaching and whatever you desire, see it happening, feel it. What would be the sell it, you know, taste it, touch it, sense it, smell it. However you can do that. You know, stick your hands in a bag of potato chips and crunch them up. Now, how would your the the desire you have sound? It could be a friend saying, "Congratulations." What wonderful work. What a great relationship. What a beautiful house. I love that. I love that book. I love that class, teaching, whatever. Okay, now put it in your left hand, the whole manifestation. Feel the weight of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now bury it somewhere into the past. It can be a drawer, it can be a mountaintop, it could be that I'm burying it outside my yard. I mean, outside my house into my yard, two different places. Just put it anywhere, as long as you know where it is. Now go back again, put your hands up, and now do it again like you never did it. See the earth being healed, your body being strong, your emotions peaceful and passionate if you want that. And notice the clarity of mind, the sharpness, physically fit, strong, healthy. Feel that presence, feel that goddess nature, truly feel that pulsating love that emanates from who you are. Now see your vision of who you want to be. Hear people tell you how wonderful it is and congratulations. You're at a celebration dinner. You have plenty of money. If you feel supported. Sense what it would really be like having this. You already are it. Become the person who has it. And now put it in the right hand, this manifestation, and feel the weight. And now bury it in the future. Now come back, bring your hands back one more time. See the earth healing and our United States have more unity. Peace, see the peace coming. Economy booming. The earth healing. Send love and appreciation to the earth. See more and more people awakening to this from the trances of everyday life. Feel more love in your heart and own that you are love itself. Trust the universe. everything is happening for a purpose and for you, not to you. Breathe deeply and feel your body filled with energy and vitality. You're strong, you're healthy, you're vibrant. You're at the right and perfect weight for you. Feel the appreciation for your body and its mechanisms and organs and veins and your bones, giving you structure, and your feet to hold you up, and your knees that give you flexibility. And now see your emotional state calm and vibrant and peaceful and yet passionate and loving and dynamic and restful and tranquil. Feel your mind, sense your mind, sharp, clear, articulate. And connected to this, your soul connection to the divine source. Know that you are part of the universe and the universe is part of you and that you can influence the universe. There's a co-creation, a co-arising. And now visualize what you truly, truly desire. Feel your radiance in your body. And as you feel the radiant, you are embodied radiance, just grounded. Visualize. And always visualize from your eyes coming out, not like you're watching a movie. That's an important fact. You are part of the creation. Infuse your vision with this chi and this love force and this this focused visualization. Deliberate intention. Remember, the steps to getting there are being there. You can have what you want. You just have to be the person who has it. Now take this energy of this infusion and bring it up to your soul star, the top of your head, and now bury it in your body and let it just go down, 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 deep, deep into your body. So you're manifesting it in your body. This is present. Now come back. and trust. There's an expectancy, and we don't get it. There's a sense of time. But if you do this daily, your manifestations will appear. It's magic. This is my favorite and best of the best. It's called a terma. It's old from Tibetan or something. I think Tibet. But it's an ancient practice, and was given to me by Jean Houston. And it's the most powerful, I call it the creme de la creme. And so this is how I've been manifesting. And the stronger did you have a change of consciousness? I became more calm, my body, it was like a deep meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you do this 15 minutes a day, you can literally move matter. The subconscious does not know the difference between winning the lottery or finding the stationery you want. A win is a win. So it's important to feed the consciousness and watch it, that you don't say, I'm fat, I'm not doing it, I never succeed, or, oh, so bad now. Everything, life is, when we talk to our friends, watch your language, watch what you say. Because the subconscious hears everything. Even if you joke, you're making a joke, doesn't have a sense of humor. It's really important to, when you feel negative, use that as contrast, saying, what I'm, use it as contrast, meaning, if you're having a conflict with somebody and you're saying, I'm not liking this, what would you like from that? I'm using this argumentative state to say, I would really like peace and harmony. So change the not what you don't want into what you do want. So use everything as contrast, and accept it for value. You can also say, I am the Christ holding this woman in this state, whatever you're feeling. So you become compassionate and loving to yourself. And really important what you say, I am. Don't say I'm tired. I feel tired. I'm angry. I feel anger. Don't become it. Don't identify with negative feelings. Feelings are liquid currents that flow through you. They move, but when you identify with them, you become them. So be careful I am are sacred words. So do not use I am fat, I am tired, I am angry, whatever those words are. I'm sad. No, I feel sad. The feeling is moving through me. It is not who I am. It's just a current. And you can't believe your thoughts or your feelings. You don't always believe your thoughts, because your thoughts are conditional. Somebody told you, or your, conditioned thought. We all have, I have one book called Awaken from the Pain Body. And I summarize different systems, and I have 14 emotional patterns that happened at the they're called the developmental wounds. And most of us had some glitch in our developmental stages. The first stage is to bond. The second stage is to be fed. The next stage is to explore and feel safe. The next one is identity. Who am I? And confidence is the one, and belonging. So in one of those stages, we may have gotten too much or not enough. And then we create belief systems that develop that are survival. I was a pleaser. It's instinctual in me to be pleasing.
And that
You know,
makes all
this is a,
sense.
a
That makes a lot of sense.
in order to manifest, you really need to clean your do the shadow work, which is heal your. There's an ego fixation, and there are ego fixations which are from the Enneagram, and there are developmental wounds. So we have to heal emotionally and evolve our ego. So these are the stages. The hero's journey is about call to adventure. There's something greater than this day-to-day living. The refusal to call. And these are how we refuse our ego and our emotional patterns. But the emotional patterns is a stage of going into the belly of the whale. Then supernatural aids will come. I mean, we helpers are there, books, teachers. You know, you become this book. This book was my, I call them magical helpers. There's supernatural aids that come to us, and these archetypes really are living, breathing archetypes. And these tarot cards are telling us what, you know, this is the death card. It means it's telling us a process of letting go and death and rebirth transformation. So we have
Right.
these tools. And then there's a stage called crossing the threshold. And this is what I think manifesting is about. When we learn that we are creative, we cross the threshold. And that is the first stage of the hero's journey. And then the second stage is the 6 initiations. And I already gave you the first 2. The first 2 these are my interpretations. Campbell uses words like road of trails, meeting the goddess, apotheosis. Apotheosis means making life sacred. Meeting the goddess means loving and allowing and accepting what is. The road of trails is to keep your mind focused on what you want, not what you don't want. And then the warrior energy, the warrior energy is called atonement with the Father. And that, to me, my interpretation is be accountable for your time, attention, and intention. And that's what a warrior is. And when we visualize, we're creating our intentions. And then the last one is to be the change you want to see in the world. That's a Gandhi quote, but that is the visualization of stepping in, returning, giving back. So we are to give back to our children, to our community, to the world, what we've learned. So there is that process of the return. So separation or departure, you have to leave back the old. The initiations, I call them the cosmic codes. There are directives. And then the return, those 3 stages.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, the hero's journey
I
is
like
a
it.
step-by-step process to awakening. It's a wonderful journey.
Yeah, I
I feel
like
like
it. Because
I
I
feel like
felt the
I
heaviness. At first, I felt the heaviness you got rid of in the past. I felt like, okay, there's some more stuff that we can put into the future. And I even felt lighter yet when we buried up here. That would,
yeah, it's
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome. Thank you for doing that.
And I have, if your audience, I have, if they go to my website, which is, it's called Soul, S-O-U-L dash source, SOURCE.org. I have the cosmic codes, a gift. And I also have something else on there, 10 steps to fulfillment and empowerment and fulfillment. So if your audience can receive gifts.
Yeah,
So,
and we'll be putting that down below in the notes.
okay. And then you could also, if it's easier, the letter K and La Puma, all together with .com will get you the same place. So soul-source.org or klapuma.com is, so I would like to offer. Can I pull a card for you?
Sure.
Okay, so these are my tarot cards, and they're based on the Tho deck. So I'm just going to pick do you have a question, or should I just pick a card for you right now?
It's a general. I think
Okay.
a general would be good.
Okay, so I picked the hangman. What am I? Hangman, and she's a woman underwater. And this is the only card I read upside down. When I see cards that are upside down in a spread, they represent change. The energy's going out or coming in. So I don't have a different meaning for them. But this particular card is like, this is the original way. And
Okay.
and she's underwater and there's ridges. So this is when she turns upward, this is the onks, which is bringing life, and she's opening up her head, and it's like you've been hung up or suspended. There's a dissolving of old structures, and new life and new energy are coming. And her leg is shaped in a 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is a major arcana card. It symbolizes Neptune in the astrology. And Neptune is the dissolving barriers, it's higher consciousness. It's the urge to go higher. It can rule drugs or spirituality. It's film, music, all that kind of thing. So this is a part of you that is, something is dissolving and breaking free. Okay, I want to pick one for for your audience. So what would, like, just in general, what would your audience need to hear right now, or a majority or something?
Where's their path?
Okay, this is an interesting, it came upside down. Both cards came upside down. And this one is the Queen of Discs. Now, what she says is that she holds a whole new world in her hand. And she's Capricorn Aries energy. She's cardinal. She's very directive. And there's a ram at where my finger is. And she has fruit on her head. And so in the background, this space here, it's like barren land. So it's saying that, and she has a crystal. It's like things are so much better now. There's fruitfulness. There has been, sparse, barren energy, but now there's a whole new world. And this is about nutrition and health. So she's telling us, watch what you eat. Sugar can, imbalance your energy. I love to bake, but I bake with bananas, sometimes a date, and then I do allulose, which has no sugar. So but whatever that means to you, this is some change in your dietary habits. She's representing. She's the nutritionalist. and she's a queen. So she's the earthy part. No, she's the watery part. All the queens are watery part of earth. And so this is a very high energy. It's a dignitary. So they're learning. So that's a beautiful, beautiful energy. The Queen of Discs. Things are much better. Oh, and then I picked another one. And this one is the Queen of Wands. So this is a great one. So we got two queens. This is the watery part of fire. Now there's a story that goes with her. She's the seeker. She represents the late Pisces Aries energy. And she symbolizes, there's a story about her. She was a woman, a black-haired woman with a leopard, no, panther, black panther. And she developed herself and got better. Who am I seeking? Dissolve. This is a perceptual nature. Then she changes into the fire hair and a tiger. And she wanted to keep the spot so she remembers where she's been. So she's saying, use what you've learned to really feel, remember where you've been, and you're moving forward. So this is a very high energy also. It's a perceptual, fiery energy, and the watery part of that.
Awesome. That was really cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
feel,
go ahead.
sorry. I resonate with that. I resonate with the changes going on. I resonate with just such positive going on with life. We've got some good stuff going on, at least with me. I've got some great things happening, great things coming up. So, yeah.
And you're dissolving, and I want to pick one more for you and your audience. And this one is the Prince of Cups. So this is another dignitary. So this card is telling us that feel your feelings, but don't drown them. He's all wet, but he's joyful. And he's holding a snake in there's a rose in his cup, and there's the eagle, and the cloud is like a heart. So he's a lover card, and this is a scorpionic energy. So it's a transformational energy of feeling, and all the princes are movement. So feel your feelings, but let them go. You're not going to drown in them. You're skimming the surface. Get wet, but don't worry about it. So you got three different tarot. Anyway, the tarot is a magical helper.
Yes. Yeah. I wanted to get in and check out some of your books and see which one I can get. So that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. You have a lot of good books, it looks like.
So I've
Too.
yeah. But if you're interested in learning tarot, this is the system. You have the cards, and each of my books have a lot of pictures, the pictures and stories, and there's a, process. You can use the tarot as a process of learning, open questioning, or divination. And if you like small decks, for your hand, I like to do this one. But when I read for other people, I use the big ones because they're prettier, and yeah, it's a great tool. So this is a complete inner guidance tool. And my first book is the female journey, about waking up, be centered, and invoke the goddess. So, to really this book is talking about power as a feminine, not becoming an, a women's lib movement was often the anima. Women became like men. This is teaching us to become, use that power of the feminine, but being
Yeah.
balanced. The key is balance. It really
Yeah.
is. And
Yeah.
and that's why I love the goddess warrior on the hero's journey, because it's a balanced, integrated model.
Yeah. Do you have that on YouTube or anything, that a meditation? Because that would be a neat one to have if you did
Well,
that on
I don't know
YouTube or
if I have that.
something.
Yeah, I have it somewhere. I've done that one, but you're going to have it here in this
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
this.
we'll have it here. Yeah. I was just like, I think a lot of people can use that. I think
I
that would be
give
a
it.
good
It's
thing for
the best
people.
I have, and I give it away because I feel like that is a gift. It is so powerful.
It is. I did feel a lot when I was going through that. So yeah, that was
Okay, well, thank
awesome.
you. I'll put it on YouTube.
There you go. I think it'll be a good thing because I go searching through to do a bunch of my meditations and all. So having that on there, people can go through, and yeah, I think it'll be great for you. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Oh, wow, that went fast. An hour goes so fast.
Yeah, that was fast. Thank you.
Yes.
I have a lot to say. I talk dog. Yeah, I love
No,
it.
you're fine.
Thank you.
You're fine. No, this is great. I
Yeah,
love what you do. And yes, I love the meditation. That I really felt the weight of things differently on each one is is really cool. Really cool when you get that feel. It is. So yeah, thank you so much for being with us today. I
my
appreciate
pleasure.
this. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I will put your information down below so that anybody that wants to do this meditation with you, they can do it with you and listen here and do it. And it'll be great. It'll be great. I hope everybody goes to you and gets that meditation, gets your books, because your books are going to have so much information in it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So thank you again for being with us. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Dana.
All right. Thank you. If there's anybody else out there that has any stories you would like to share with me and with everybody else, email me lighttalk423@gmail.com, and we will talk with you next time. Bye.
Blessings.